I got two reasons why Nvidia might be in trouble here. I got two flashes of sales on two of my most powerful systems as of recently. So let's jump into this chart. What is happening with Nvidia right now? So right now, we actually had our early sell signal. Now, we talked about this last week, and this was a sell signal on Nvidia. So this was the very first one we got on the coiled spring. So the coiled spring says, okay, we had a breakout. We had a 5-star opportunity, and this potentially could continue to break down. And then sure enough, it did pop initially off of that. And I actually thought it was going to start to go, it was going to climb into this triangle pattern, but it did not. It failed and it continued to break down. Now, we actually had another sell signal fire off. Now, this is with the gravity zone indicator. So this is the gravity sell. So we actually had two back-to-back sells right here on Nvidia. And that is not what you want to see if you're a bull, especially with these tools that particularly do really well on these breakouts. And so right now we're at about 2.5% down from this initial first sell. This one we're just barely down on it, but the target all the way down here is around 9-10%, and there is a floor here. So I actually put the gravity zone on here to show you guys, and I noticed this, there's actually a target one. So how cool is this as well? So this dotted line right here, this was not planned, but this dotted line represents a support level where it potentially could go to, and then this is actually where our target is as well on this first initial selling opportunity. So this could be interesting. Right now, the S&P 500 is well, it actually was up today. Let me see where it's at right now. So it's actually almost not even 0.5% up. So yeah, I mean, we, I thought with the S&P 500, the way it was going, that it would match with it, or at least maybe go a little bit more. And sure, it is not. So if we continue to see weak side selling pressure on Nvidia, this thing could go fast, and there is a lot of support down here, and we continue to break down. We don't make higher highs, we're making lower lows, and these tools right here are telling us that it could potentially continue to move down. Now, do I think we're going to go down to 10% in one day? Well, the answer is most likely not, but we are seeing these levels mapped out, and with the gravity zone, as soon as you break out of this initial box, bad things usually tend to happen on these small volume nodes. There is not a lot of volume here. So typically what happens is price likes to go back down into another volume node, which will be all the way down here at 197. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it. Will Nvidia escape this and go back into this big volume zone and just continue to chop in there? Or is it going to break down potentially and continue to fall? That would be a big time move, and that would not be good for the markets and Nvidia. That would not be good at all. And I think AMD is even up today. AMD is up 6.5%, while Nvidia is just struggling. And so this is not good. Nvidia needs to gain some momentum here in a hurry, or else this will continue to fall and continue to break down. And like I said, these tools showed us early. So the coiled spring showed us all the way back. This was 5 days ago. And then we just got this breakout right here with the gravity zone. So this is going to need to hold this for our sell side interest. Or if it breaks above this, it most likely what will happen is it'll continue to chop into this stuff up here. So we'll see. We'll continue to keep an eye on Nvidia. So it needs to find some momentum, and yeah, in a hurry. So if you guys are interested in these tools, coiled spring, gravity zone, everything will be below this video, either if you're on YouTube in the description, if you're on a separate page. You can grab these tools. These are some of my these are my favorite tools for breakouts. These are the breakout busters. I don't know, whatever we want to call them, but these are some great tools, and this is something that I am keeping my eye on, because Nvidia is important for the market. So if Nvidia goes, the market could go with it. So we will keep an eye on it this week and make sure that if it does continue to break down, I will update you guys as well on that. If you're interested in these tools, like I said, get them and follow along with me. But I'll keep you updated, but it'd be really awesome to get these on your charts and follow along that way, because, you know, it's just that much more helpful. Coiled Spring, we actually do have a offer that is expiring at the end of May. So if you are wanting the price currently, which is $297, that will be going away, going back up to its retail at $497. So grab it if you're interested, and we'll see you guys in the next one.